This was a fun group, and if you like funny stories, and obviously you do because you've been laughing all morning. And then I also asked, are you a sexy group? And he said, I don't know. Take a look at the group when they come in, and I think you look a little sexy, so I'm going to try this on you. Are you ready? Yes. It's about sex, because that's what I do for a living. You heard in my title, I'm family life and sexuality education content specialist, so I get paid to talk about sex with adolescents and maybe how they're not going to have sex until they're older and mature and ready and developed relationship. So you can put in your head however old you want Jack and Jill to be, and I'll let that be in your brain and not mine. How about that? So Jack and Jill are a couple, and they've been together for quite some time. And they've never had sex ever in their life, and they're ready to do it. On Friday night, they've set the date, and that's the time that they're going to do it. And I worked 14 years in Guilford County with the Guilford County Department of Public Health, and I worked in a program that I helped develop called Smart Girls Life Skills Training. We had a male counterpart called Wise Guys Male Responsibility Program. And so Jack took Wise Guys when he was in middle and high school, and he wants to be a wise guy when he's on this date with Jill on Friday night. And so he goes to his local pharmacy. He's standing on the family planning aisle, and he's looking at all of his options to ensure that Jill indeed is not going to be pregnant. He does not want to become a father, and, well, you know, they've never had sex, so they're not too concerned about sexually transmitted diseases. He's quite befuddled. If you've not been on that aisle in a very long time, this is not a homework assignment, but there's lots of choices on that aisle. And he's standing there for quite some time, and the pharmacist at this local drugstore comes over to Jack, and he says, son, you look befuddled. How can I help you? Oh my gosh, I'm having sex for the very first time Friday night with my girlfriend, and I don't want her to get pregnant, but I don't know what to choose. There's too many options. There's different sizes, there's different textures, there's different flavors, and I just don't know what to get. So the pharmacist, being a very responsible pharmacist, walks him through all of his options. He helps him pick out what he needs, and he makes his purchase. Well, Friday night comes along, and Jack and Jill have decided that Jack's going to come over, he's going to have dinner with Jill and her parents, because he's thinking it's respectful that that's what you do before you have sex with their daughter, is you meet them and you get to know them. And so he comes in, he gets introduced to the family, and Jill's dad says, well, let's bow our heads for grace. And Jack says, well, I'll say grace. And they bow their heads, and they pray, and they pray, and they pray. 20 minutes goes by, and Jill whispers over, Jack, I didn't know you were so religious. And Jack says, Jill, I didn't know your dad was a pharmacist. A little funny, maybe? Thank you.